Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your Aquarius Egyptian messages for mid-July 2023. Before we get started, these messages are going to be for the sign of Aquarius. But again, before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, comments. Thank you so much for anything you do in any kind of way to help the channel grow or to even um, gain anything from the messages that I put out, because that's the goal of the channel, is to assist you in some kind of way by putting out a message that will help you in some kind of way. Um, let's go ahead and get it started, Aquarius. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the center energy here. I did a little bit of a different kind of spread than I normally do. Normally I do like a 5 card center energy, crowning energy, undermining energy, what led up to this, and the outcome. Instead, for some reason, I was led to do it this way. So we're actually going to go through this reading and see what we got here. So the first deck we're using is the Maruk Egyptian Visions deck. So these are the messages here. So the first one here, across this first row, let's talk about this one. Then we'll move into the other messages with the other rows. So the first message we have here is containing. So to me, maybe you're holding back in some kind of way. Maybe you're feeling like you can't express yourself for some reason. Because there's something that you need to say, there's something that you need to get out, is what I'm getting here with this containing card. I'm not sure who you need to say it to yet, but maybe this is just a message you need to get out, or this could be something that you need to say to others. We've got the witch within, and so to me, this is about stepping into your authentic parts that you may not be aware of, learning more about yourself, learning more about perhaps different gifts, different things that you have, that you may not even be aware of. But you're doing this because this is just natural who you are. This could be past life gifts that you're bringing forth, knowledge, wisdom, and so forth. And this is about connecting to those parts of yourself from the past, so that you can manifest and do what you're here to do. Next, we have victorious. So you're going to be victorious in some kind of way when it comes to this. Because this is, this is where you are meant to be, is what I'm getting here with the victorious card. Because you are meant to shine. You are meant to move beyond. You are meant to succeed. Okay. And then in the last card on this row was high on life, extremely happy with life, living life to the fullest, excitement and happiness. So maybe not. And not feeling those emotions at this time, not really stepping into the fullness of your life the way that you would like. Maybe you're tired, maybe you don't have the energy, maybe you're going through an emotional roller coaster right now with all of the different planetary alignments. But I feel that you're going to step into this energy. Um, and you're going to even have this attitude of gratitude, because you're going to appreciate each day that is given to you. Uh, and so it's going to bring on this new kind of energy for you, and we're in the perfect time for that energy. So it may not be here for you yet, because we just hit the 17th of July today. So in the coming days, weeks and months is what I'm talking about. Now let's go ahead and move into the center row here. And I didn't do a past, present, or future or anything. I just shuffled cards and just waited to see what came out. So most people would take it that way. I'm not. I'm just reading you what the cards presented. So the first three we have here is we have union, we have ready, and we have contracts. Now, union, it says doing something with someone else, coming together, working together, collaborating. Now, this doesn't always mean another person, meaning like a soulmate, twin flame, significant other, whatever label you want to put on it. This could be even within yourself. the union of divine feminine, divine masculine. This could be the union between you and your spirit, spiritual team, your higher self, even. So it really depends on what direction we take with this, and because any of those could apply. Next, we have ready to do something. An opportunity is ripe. Now's your time. So this is indicating that you should be taking some sort of action after receiving some kind of intuitive nudge of some sort, some message, some kind of download from spirit, something, right? And then we have contracts, and it says legal matters, court cases, commitments made, soul contracts. We were talking about soulmates a moment ago, but perhaps this is about a court case. This could be about taking it to the next level if you are with someone, by way of formal contracts, as in like marriage contracts. If you are with someone and you're not happy with them, it could be divorces. I mean, who knows what this could be, but it's definitely a um, um, formal kind of commitment of some sort. Let's leave it that way. Now, these are all in the challenge position, which I thought was really interesting. So these have not come to fruition yet. These are still in the works, is what I'm getting with the challenge here. And then we have remembering, and this is what I was talking about with this card here. The Witch Within card and the Remembering card. So this is about understanding more of yourself, more of the different lives you've led, more of the different, not only lessons that you've learned, but also the different gifts you've had and how you use them in the past and how they're going to apply in your life now, even. So this is about your spiritual team coming in to assist you with remembering, perhaps even as well, because remember I talked about downloads and information coming to you as well. So really great energy there. Now let's move to the last row. Most of these are in the upright. One card was in the challenge, which is cast out. So this is about casting out things that just don't resonate with you anymore. There's situations that you really, really come out on the losing end with. There is no win-win in the situation. It would be different if it was balanced. It would be different if everybody was coming out on, the best end of the deal. But that's not the case in this. So this is telling me where you are clearing things out. You are no longer accepting things the way that they have been, and you're moving forward in a whole new energy. You're like, oh no, we're not doing that today, and we're not going to do that ever again. That kind of energy, right? Now, this was in the challenge position. The other three were in the upright. So this is invention, great power of thinking, reasoning, creativity, great ideas, finding the answers. So again, this is perhaps the download, the information you're going to get, the understanding of something you're going to get, the new idea, the invention, if you will, where you come up with something that is truly going to take off, and really, really catapult you into a different place, a different time, even. Next, we have the masculine. A man will play a role, your masculine side, masculine energy. So again, you have the coming into union. That could be with a masculine, your divine masculine, right? And this person is going to play a very significant role in your life in some way. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to come into union with them, even though that is somewhat implied here, not 100% though, okay? Because things are still in the works. So things could change in that area depending on how things pan out. And then we have the last card, which is perspective, seeing things differently. Because as you remember some things, as you get enlightened, as you get more information, all of this could change, right? So we've got perspective, change the meaning of the issue, experience is shaping perspective, reflection for change. So this is looking at how you perceive things, and changing your perspective. Why do you see things a certain way? And really, really digging that up by the roots to really determine if that's how you want to move forward with that same kind of how you perceive things. Perhaps, changing the glasses, the lens through which you are looking at things, seeing how this perception has really been either right for you or not right for you, and perhaps even clearing that out because it's no longer right for you. It may have worked back then, but you've changed, and so your perception has changed with it. Those are all what's coming in, and perspective even. Now, let's go ahead and get into your, let's see here. This is the Isis Oracle messages. The first one we have here, Scales of Balance, Ancient Tantra of the Soul. So this to me is the balance I talked about, the union I talked about, right? This is the union of where you're clearing out the old, you are stepping into the new, you know what you want, you're not settling for less, and you're just moving forward with balance and power and peace, and knowing what you want in every area of your life and going after it. Very nice energy, actually. Next, we have proper burial for freedom, sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. What I'm getting here is similar to the cast out energy. Things have changed, so therefore you've changed. So therefore other things have changed because you've changed, kind of thing. So it's like a domino effect is what I'm picturing. The domino has been knocked over, and now it's having a cascading effect on all the other dominoes. Okay. And what this means is, with this message, proper burial for freedom, to me, this means that you are burying, or you are putting an end to the things that have held you back, held you down, just any of that energy, stopped you, were obstacles in your way, whether that be people or situations or any of that, just really moving out of that energy, and saying enough is enough. This is no longer going to be tolerated. Next, we have power over 7 scorpions, power to conjure lower vibrational forces. So this is about, again, what I'm getting here is another aspect of the casting out, the perspective that you've maintained, right? And where that actually came from, and understanding that it could have been other people's energy that you were absorbing. It could have been other energies that were coming after you, using black magic, or using, whatever ways that they could come up with from a low vibrational standpoint to, attack you or come after you. But even then, owning that the only reason why they were able to do that was the vibration you were in. Okay. So this is sort of like the mirroring effect of manifestation, which is whatever you put out is what is going to present itself in your life in a physical aspect. Okay. So that's what I'm getting there. And then the last one here is High Priestess, mysteries revealed in the eyes of Isis. So this is about looking into the soul. This is about looking into the depths of what's going on, what's been going on, what has your perspective been? Has it been correct? Has it been one that you want to continue with? And really, really, really very, very deeply assessing that, and stepping into your power and your energy, that is authentic for you, okay? And really deciding again as you move forward, what you want, what you don't want, okay? Now we're going to move into the, hold on just a minute. Yeah, the Anubis Oracle. There were several messages that came out here. We're going to start from the back because that's how they fell out. There were some in the challenge. But the first one here, we have Sobek and Horus number 6. It says reconciliation of opposites, forgiveness and understanding. Now, in that, this to me can be also representative of the union card, because there is opposites even within us, the light and dark, the duality of us, the 3D self versus the 5D self, even the the divine masculine, divine feminine, even the relationship that we have with spirit. These are all unions of some sort that must take place in order for us to keep moving and growing, for us to learn the lessons and to keep ascending. So to me, this is the reconciliation. And even it takes me back to the first card here, which is the scales of balance. So that's your justice coming in to balance things out within you, within relationships, within situations, either you needing to leave those where they are, or bringing life back to them if that's what you choose to do. But you're going to know what is right for you, and so you're going to make the right choices for you. Next, we have 19 Amun Ra, solar energies, transfiguration, alchemical gold. So this is the transmutation of any of those lower vibrations, right? This is the acceptance. This is the radical faith. This is the flow. This is beautiful, beautiful energy for you to step into the alchemical gold aspect of this, and really transmute things so that they no longer have a negative impact on your life, and the manifestations that you're bringing forth are the gold that we're talking about here, because these are manifestations for your highest good. These are manifestations that you're in the right vibration to receive. Next, we have Sothis, and it says star consciousness, generosity, bod, bod, bas, bodhisattva. I have no idea what that means, but I will say that there's a couple of messages coming through intuitively here. This is the outpouring of spirit. This is the renewal, the cleansing, the refilling. This is the authentic you, the higher self, meeting the 3D and the 5D, and the soul taking over, to really really allow you to be in the energy of how spirit sees you. Divine love, the consciousness aspect of it, that we're all one, we're all connected. Very beautiful energy, actually very beautiful. In the challenge, we have Set. And so it says shadow, adversarial, ally, tricksters. So this could be someone around you, or what I'm getting here is this is a part of you. This is the ego part. And so this is about understanding and handling that shadow, embracing the shadow, right? Because you need to do that. You can't suppress the shadow. The shadow is a part of you. So how do you suppress a part of you without really hurting you? You know what I'm saying? So this is about owning things. This is about full accountability. This is about loving your shadow, loving every aspect of you, and understanding where that came from, why your shadow came out the way that it did, why it acted the way that it did, usually due to, inner child healing or some other trauma that was never healed. But this is in the challenge position. So I think you are addressing this, you are handling this at this time, and that's why it's still in the challenge. Next, we have higher love and wisdom, and this is Hathor, Set, and Wajet. And this is about you understanding, right? We have the remembering card, but we also have that union card. And so to me, this is about, again, we have the star consciousness card too. So this is the balancing of the energies. This is stepping into the soul energy. This is about the alignment of the soul energy as well. So that, you are walking with a higher love. You have come into union with yourself and reached for the higher love that was already within you. Your soul has taken over and is shining bright, because you have transformed, you've transmuted, you've really really integrated some things. And if you have not, you are doing so or will be doing so soon. And we've got right timing and direction. We've got Sothis, Kansu, and Amun Ra. And this is about nothing happens before it's meant to. This is also about not rushing things, staying in the flow, staying in the balance, really loving on yourself, accepting things as they are, not pushing against the grain, any of those things. Just really, really great, great acceptance and faith and just beautiful, beautiful energy and understanding. Patience is key. And then the last one, we've talked about alchemy already, and it says the five sacred elements. So this is about using the elements. It takes me right back to the witch card here. But this is about alchemizing the negative energies, closing out cycles, clearing things out, learning the lessons, and applying the wisdom as you move forward. Beautiful. Again, very beautiful energy. And this is about spending time in the elements and also using the elements to assist with the alchemy process and understanding how all of these together work in some kind of way that's going to allow you to use the energy to transmute any lower vibrations in a positive way. Now let's go ahead and move into your, let me turn this around so you can see it. It's the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. And I believe that's the Eye of Horus. So let's go ahead and get the messages here. Yep, some of the challenge as well down here towards the bottom. So here we see the picture of the veiled. And I want to say there was things that were veiled about you, veiled about others, and now the veil is being removed. Okay, so now you're going to see clearly. You weren't seeing clearly before. Maybe there was an illusion. Maybe it was due to your own perspective, even. You know, how you were looking at things. All of that is coming through. Next, we have message. And we've talked a lot about messages and downloads over here and somewhat up here as well. So receiving messages, whether that's from spirit, your spiritual team, or from, you know, actual physical messages. You could be getting probably both is what I'm getting. In time. So to me, a couple of things: time to take action, or in divine timing, right? Because you were asked to take some action over here. So again, it could be the right time. Always go in to get the guidance from spirit before taking any action, though, because that's what I got here. So you're getting a message that it's time to close out something, bring something to an end so that you can start anew, is what I'm getting. Okay. Now, the other two cards, again, challenge position. We've got boundaries and we've got healer. So, for one, you're a healer. And I believe you're stepping into the energy of understanding even more of what that means to you personally. But also boundaries. This is the lessons that you had to learn, was how to establish boundaries. Because your energy is normally very, very, kind and giving. But you realized that in you being so kind and giving, that there were some boundaries that had to be established, especially as you move forward, because some of the things that happened by way of how other people treated you, you realized that boundaries were needed. Okay. Now let's go ahead and move into the Egyptian gods oracle cards also. And then we're going to look at, we'll close out the reading with the Priestess of Light messages. And I think we'll be all set. I really do like the way this came out. It has a nice little flow to it. Okay, so you know what? I don't remember which way these came out, so I'm just going to go ahead and read them all. So here we have resourcefulness in the reverse. So this was about perhaps not feeling like you had the resources necessary, but through the remembering, through understanding some things about yourself. The resourcefulness will return, okay? Um, because as you go through the process, the resources will, come back, be renewed, as well. And understanding, that, with this perspective, the resourcefulness wasn't there because you weren't able to see it. That's the other message that's coming through. Now, also in the reverse, we have Selkis and healing. So again, this is a process, okay? So either one, you've already healed, and that's why it's in the reverse, or two, you are still in process, still need to do some healing, okay? Also, in the reverse, we have Apophis, darkness. And again, that's the shadow that we had. One of these cards was shadow. Where was it? Now, I know there's a card up here about shadow. I see y'all gonna make me look today. I know, I see it. Hmm. Oh, okay, there it is. I knew there's a card up here. Okay, so it says here, darkness. To me, that equates to the shadow that's in the challenge position. And you see here, it's reversed. So that tells me that you've stepped fully into your light, or you're in process of doing that. And so you're no longer in the low vibration, no longer seeing things from the perspective of where you used to be seeing them. Now we also have stability and equilibrium. And that is about the coming into balance over here. That's why it's not in balance here. Next, we have order and peace. Again, in the reverse, because the balance still needs to come into play. You're not there yet. You still got some challenges that you're going to need to continue to move through before you come into this fully balanced state. Next, we have transformation, just what we're talking about, the change, the death and rebirth, the renewal, all of those things. And then the last one is the perseverance through all of that. Okay. So this is about you again through it all, relying on your spiritual team, relying on your ancestors, and truly, truly stepping into your power by using strength and perseverance and trust, faith, hope, and all of those things to keep you in balance, to keep you moving forward. Now let's go ahead and we'll do some of the priestess of light messages. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle these just because I don't remember if I did or not yesterday when I was shuffling all the others. Okay, one more. Okay, Spirit, go ahead and give me some messages for Aquarius, please. Messages for Aquarius. Okay. What else, please? Okay. And quite a bit of your cards are in the challenge, so I'm going to keep them the way that they're coming out. If they don't come up directly in reverse or upright, then I'm not going to keep them that way. Last go around. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Okay, one more. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at these. These are in the challenge and these are in the upright. So we'll look at the challenge first. It says sacred breath and sound, life force communication. So again, what I get, a couple of things here, again, these, I talked about the downloads, from your spiritual team and spirit and so forth, and ancestors, but I'm also getting, making sure that the record you're playing, the communication you use within your own head, the thoughts, okay, the feelings that are associated with those thoughts, make sure that that's positive, okay, because that is your life force. Okay. And staying in that positivity in your own head is going to be paramount for you. Um, but also with the communication, again, with the downloads, make sure you are writing those down as soon as you wake up in the morning. Now we've got wisdom here, learning, joy, art, and music. So to me, this is about learning the lessons and applying those, stepping into the joy of life now because you've learned the lessons and now you are moving to a new place. Okay, having this new beginning. Next, we have circle of eternal joy, timelessness, dance of life. Remember, we had high on life in the reverse here. So this is about you stepping into your authentic energy. This is about you really just loving life and really appreciating the journey, appreciating the wisdom that you now carry, and able to walk with such ease and flow and peace. Just beautiful energy. And then we've got 40, which is balance. Here we are, everything we talked about, stability, standing firm. A couple of things come in with that. Stability, of course, is the resources coming back that we talked about. Excuse me. But it's also stability within you. It's the balance within you, divine feminine, divine masculine, light, dark, acceptance, joy. It's just so much stuff, so much energy, but beautiful energy coming back for you and standing firm in that. Not letting it wane, not allowing circumstances and people to dictate your happiness anymore. I'm getting so much with this. Excuse me. And somebody definitely is having problems with their throat chakra because I have to keep clearing my throat to even say anything. Um, but again, just really standing firm. This boils down to a four. Four is all about stability, right? So this is about stepping back into that energy of manifestation and abundance on every level, not just in one area, but firm. Okay. It's also about boundaries too. Okay. So really establishing and keeping boundaries and no longer allowing people to just run over your boundaries. Okay. And then the last one, excuse me, 47. I want to point out some numerology here too in just a moment. We've got river of blessings, releasing constraints. Again, this is about you letting go. This is about spirit bringing in all of the manifestations you've had, but this is you being in a place to receive them now because the constraints have been removed and you have stepped forward in a whole new energy. You've learned the lessons, you've got the wisdom, you've got the gratitude and the thankfulness and the joy back in your life, and that in itself is the form of abundance when you can step into who you are authentically and be at peace with yourself, be in love with yourself. Forget anybody else. Don't get me wrong, there could be other people involved in this, as I mentioned, but this is really about you. Beautiful energy. I want to talk about the numerology here. We've got 4, we've got 5, we've got 11, 10, 11. Okay. So tens, of course, are, the new beginning. 11s are a master number. And then you've got 4, 5. 4 is about balance, 5 is about change. So this is really beautiful energy, Aquarius. And so I really hope that you take full advantage of this, and really not only do the work, but really step into your power because this is beautiful energy if you continue to walk this path. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the last two. So we have number 9, and then again, another number 4. Okay, so 4s are significant for you. So if you're seeing 4s, that's probably why. The first one we have here is bright heart light, open connection. So this is about heart chakra, right? This is about having a heart chakra opening, which is going to put you in that place to receiving. It's going to put you in that place to receiving many things, not just abundance in that sense of financial abundance, but it's also going to put you in the space to step into union with spirit. When you open your heart to receive, you are opening your heart to receive spirit and all that comes with that. Okay. And then also the abundance and everything that comes with that, meaning the abundance in every way in your life, meaning, you know, the relationships, meaning the financial abundance, but the gratitude of the abundance and the blessings that we get in our life every day that we take for granted. Just beautiful. I cannot explain, such beautiful, beautiful energy. And then we have the other card here, which was the number 4 I mentioned. It's summoning power. This is instinct, intellect, and control. This is you right here, right here. This is it. This is you manifesting. This is you standing in your power completely, loving yourself, loving your life, loving the peace and the balance and the power you feel, but not in a conceited, cocky, I want to control kind of way. Just the beautiful, you know, how can I make this world better? What can I contribute to this world? How can I help people? You know, just using that energy and that abundance, that beautiful, beautiful gift, okay, uh, in the right way, okay, with integrity, and without ego. Okay. So I really do hope, Aquarius, that this helps you in some kind of way. This beautiful message. Continue to do the work. Continue to really, really stay on the path, because this is beautiful energy you're headed into. And much love and light, Lady T.